Some of the most gut-punching, bare-knuckled, and most widely viewed anti-Trump ads of this election season
Trump failed America.
have not come from the Biden campaign.
Don't cry for me.
And this week they pounced with a biting ad.
The truth is, I will infect you.
A parody of the hit Evita that's gone viral.
I broke my promise, won't keep my distance.
We are in a war for the soul of this country.
Steve Schmidt, one of the founders of the Lincoln Project, is a longtime Republican strategist who worked in the George W. Bush White House and ran John McCain's 2008 presidential campaign. How did serious Republicans decide to go rogue?
We all had a conviction that there are millions of Republicans who look at this debacle and reject it. And what we thought we could do is talk to those voters in the language and the iconography that they understand, connect with them and persuade them, many of them, to vote for the Democratic nominee for the first time in their lives.
Have you lost friends over this?
For sure, of course.
He launched the Lincoln Project Super PAC in December with 7 co-founders, including Rick Wilson, media consultant and ad maker for Republicans like Rudy Giuliani and Marco Rubio. Veteran Republican strategist John Weaver, who also worked with McCain and John Kasich. George Conway, conservative lawyer and husband of Kellyanne Conway, herself recently diagnosed with COVID-19, and Reed Galen, who worked on both George W. Bush's campaigns. Together, more than 200 years of Republican Party activism. Have you given up your careers?
None of us will ever work in Republican politics. Again, we joke that, like some of the explorers who came to the New World, they were incentivized by the captain when he burned the ships, that there was no return going back.
Working from their homes across the country, the Lincoln Project team likes nautical analogies. They call themselves a pirate ship, with Reed Galen helping chart their course.
We do not represent any candidate. We don't represent any campaign. We don't represent any political party. So it allows us a great deal of freedom.
Ready for 4 more years.
These buccaneers have made a name for themselves with malicious attack ads, churning out new ones almost daily, most released cost-free on social media. Rick Wilson is in charge of the ads. Who are you aiming for? What kind of a voter?
So those independent-leaning men, those college-educated Republicans, the suburban Republican women, we understand where these voters are. We understand who they are and how they think. And Leslie, it's a game of small numbers. I mean, Donald Trump won this election by 77,000 votes in 3 states.
You basically have endorsed Joe Biden.
We have endorsed Joe Biden, yes.
It feels like, I'm sure, to the other Republicans, as a total betrayal.
Republicans can call us, betrayers of the faith all they want. We sleep well at night.
John Weaver feels it's the party that's betrayed him.
Imagine if you travel the country for 30 years fighting for Republican principles, and you learn it was all a lie. No one cares about all the issues that we fought for.
It's morning again in America.
One of the most effective political ads ever was Ronald Reagan's Morning in America from 1984.
This afternoon.
In May, the Lincoln Project made a version that flipped the original on its head, adding the letter U to morning.
There's morning in America. Today, more than 60,000 Americans have died from a deadly virus Donald Trump ignored.
The day it was released, the ad got more than 500,000 views. Among them, the president, who unleashed a tweet storm at 12:46 a.m., calling the Lincoln Project losers.
Mr. President, do you want to make any comment about this Lincoln Project ad?
Yeah, no, I saw it. It's a group of major losers. They're Republican losers, and they should call it the Losers Project. Okay, thanks.
The president attacked all of us by name, called us losers, and we raised $2 million in 48 hours.
这件事让他们确定了对川普的战略。
Here's what Trump's own people are saying about him.
Create ads deliberately designed
He's He's an idiot. John Kelly, Trump's chief of staff.
To get under the president's skin.
I don't think he's fit for office.
I have the most loyal people.
We have a standing by on Fox News in Washington, D.C., with Fox and Friends, Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity, every night.
Is that because he watches? Or
Yes.
Why is provoking him a good strategy?
Every time Donald Trump loses his mind and throws things at the wall because a Lincoln Project ad is up, that takes the whole campaign off track. There's one thing you never get back in a campaign, and that's a lost day.
Are you concerned that you're stooping to the president's level of being mean?
I hope so. There's always a reflexive sort of do-gooder instinct to say, oh, I hate negative ads. People do hate negative ads, but negative ads work.
COVID has robbed Americans.
They're targeting COVID ads to seniors, too, while they say Morning in America continues to be effective with voters in hard-hit Rust Belt counties.
In the last year,
Military-themed ads work across the Republican spectrum, and they're playing up reports that the president called fallen soldiers losers and suckers.
I think that there is a play there for suburban moms.
With the help of data analysts, including one who'd worked in Major League Baseball.
What we see in the South is more and more people in high-tech industries saying this is a politics that I reject.
So where are you most focused then? Are you focused in the North Rust Belt or in the Sun Belt?
Yes. Yes.
This fall, the Lincoln Project.
And they're also focused on Republican senators, attacking them brutally on their fealty to President Trump.
I am all in.
They've spent more than $1.5 million just against Lindsey Graham.
The Lincoln Project wasn't founded by principled conservatives.
The Lincoln Project has become a lightning rod for criticism from Trump allies. And I'm going to quote, "They're failed strategists who are doing this for the money."
The easiest way in the world for a Republican strategist to make money right now is to shut up and say nice things about Donald Trump. So clearly we're in the wrong line of work.
But they've also drawn fire from some on the left for their own role in creating the Republican politics they now decry. They've raised more than $60 million thus far.
Write that out.
And they're convinced that if they get just 4% of Republicans to switch sides, they'll succeed in their goal of defeating Donald Trump. Well, you know, you say that, and he still has 90% of the Republicans. Every poll you see, he could win.
Well, sure. Yeah, of course he could. Donald Trump could win. This is why, we don't sleep a lot and why we're constantly pushing to expand our envelope, because you can't take chances with Donald Trump. We're not out of this fight till the fight is done.
纽约时报也以百花齐放、百家争鸣的共和党的反川普组织为题，点出了2020美国大选中共和党人竞相成立政治行动委员会，反对自家候选人的怪奇现象。其中最广为人知的就属林肯计划和反川普共和党选民两大团体，还有由一群曾效命共和党籍前总统小布希的数百名官员组成的43届校友挺拜登。即使已经有这么多团体存在，一位忠贞共和党亿万富翁肖特依然在9月独自出资100万美元成立了新反川普团体。为什么要成立一个新团体，而不是把钱投给台面上的组织呢？肖特说：“我想借此让共和党人知道，又有一个新的共和党人出来告诉你说，你可以不要投给川普，真的没关系。这样的声音越多越好。”
I'm Mike Hayden. I was the former director of the CIA and the NSA. If there's another term for President Trump, I don't know what happens to America. Truth is really important, but especially in intelligence. President Trump doesn't care about facts. President Trump doesn't care about the truth. He doesn't listen to his experts. The FBI says white nationalism is a real problem, and the FBI wants to do something about it, but the president doesn't want to talk about that. He doesn't keep the country safe. It's unbelievable. I was 40 years in the military, okay? Alliances are wonderful. Alliances are win-win. And now I don't know what's happening to our alliances. I mean it. If Trump gives another term, I think many alliances will be gone and America will be alone. And that's a real problem. I absolutely disagree with some of Biden's policies. But that's not important. What's important is the United States, and I'm supporting Joe Biden. Biden is a good man. Donald Trump is not.